What's good, y'all? What's good? What's good? Can you hear me? Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. Holla if you hear me. They're gonna stop playing with me. My doggone internet is just it just won't let me be great today. But anywho, it's BJ baby back at it like a crack addict. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being patient and coming anyways. I'm gonna bring you right up. My girl Kay in the building. She out here.
Hey, 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 hey.
Yeah. What's good, Simba? Simba is out here somewhere. We waiting on her to come in. And we got our girl Kay. What's good, Kay?
What's goody? Look here. I had to make certain that I was going to be in attendance tonight. Let me tell you how, because clearly I'm at a restaurant. These people then gave me an entire fucking room.
Al.
So I can have my meeting tonight.
I know that's right. Favor ain't
I love
fair.
it. I love
Simba,
being a
Wimba
regular.
in the building.
Hey, hey, hey. There's our host.
What's good, Simba Wimba?
What's going on? What's going on? Hey y'all, hey y'all, hey. I'm in this
I was having some technical difficulties. Hey, I was having tech, tech,
my
tech,
hey.
technical difficulties. Hey,
Anyway, hey y'all, hey everybody, hey kids, hey y'all. Let me give my little quick little shout out to my beautiful little baby. She not feeling the greatest today. Okay, we just gonna get her right on together and do what the fuck we do tonight, cause it's gonna be a long night.
it is going to be a long night.
Somebody echo. Who echoing?
Okay, I had to get that feedback off of there because I'm on my phone, but my computer finally just started working, so it just jumped in there. Did y'all hear that feedback?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry about that. But
But what's up, my kitty cat? What's going on?
I have to turn y'all sideways tonight.
thank you.
What's going
I couldn't
on?
She
hold the
need to get her
phone.
life together. She gonna get it together. She gonna get it right on together. Well, let's go. Let's do some housekeeping while we in there. Sorry we wasn't here last week, you guys. Our girl Simba was sounding like a grizzly bear.
Don't start no shit these days.
Right, Simba was sounding like a grizzly bear last week, so
Still
uh
sound like one.
we could not get it together. We could not get it together, but um if you catching this on the replay and it's your first time popping through, we here every Friday night at 10 p.m. This is to be continued, where we continue the conversations that need to be had. The hard ones, the easy ones, the funny ones, the crass ones. If you don't know what crass is, that means like I don't know what nasty. But anyway, this is where it all goes down. We got my girl Simba Lioness and Kate the chef. I don't seen her in the kitchen. She a motherfucking chef. And I'm your girl BJ Baby. What you doing, Simba?
Getting myself together.
I'm trying to get myself together. I can't even get myself together.
There you go.
I can't even get myself together. But anywho, tonight we want to talk about something that's really, 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 really important. I'm just gonna get just right on into it. We are talking about parenting, then versus now. So basically, we're just gonna, chime in on some of the differences that we see as far as parenting, our personal experiences with parenting, whether it be step parenting or natural parenting, or whatever. I don't even know what the word is you're supposed to call it nowadays because they done changed everything up. Um, because we ain't even women no more. What we baby holders or uterus? I done heard all kind of crazy ass shit, but that's what we talking about tonight. That is what we talking about tonight. So to kick
Yo,
it off,
I'm sorry.
what's the
I just
matter?
got to do. Oh,
Let me see
nothing.
your food.
I was about to say I had to pray over my food just. I had to say my
I
prayer.
want to see it. Don't be praying over it if we can't
I
see
don't
it.
know how I can flip my
Just turn the
camera.
whole phone around. Don't even be messing with it. Just turn your whole phone around. Okay. Okay, empty plate. What that is?
It is. I don't even know if y'all can see it. Can you see
We
it?
can see it. It ain't got much on there to see. I hope it was half price.
No, that's
I be eating that gourmet shit. I want to be like Chef K when I grow up. Where you pay a lot of money for a little bit of food on your plate.
I just had oysters and it was 4 oysters for the raw
Oysters.
oysters.
Ugh, I pass.
No, they were raw oysters.
They were
But
raw.
then this, yeah.
Oh, you nasty.
What?
I already
But
know you
no,
nasty. I know you'll put anything in your mouth, but that's not what this show is about.
you asked what the food was.
Okay,
But
so
it's
we talk about oysters. All right, oysters be making people into parents. I heard it's an aphrodisiac
I was about
gourmet.
to say it's aphrodisiac, but this is a red tomato with jollof rice, some green tomatoes, sauteed spinach, chia, and plantain chips.
They must have put one strand of each of those things on there because it don't even look like it got that many things on their plate. They put one
Hold
piece
on,
of each of
y'all.
them.
A little sissy one.
Chrissy, hey Chrissy, hey
So,
Chrissy, so cute.
Let me see that.
hey, Chrissy Pooh.
Hey Miss
Hey,
Chrissy,
Princess.
I was asking about you earlier, Miss Chrissy.
That's about to do.
Hey, Princess.
Okay, okay. What you doing, KK?
I
What
just
you doing,
see.
KK?
Chrissy, you be starting some mess because I don't be letting my son come in here and be saying hi and stuff. Every time he see you do it, I lose my nomination for Mother of the Year.
Bye bye.
See you later, Granny. Go put your dentures in the cup. Go to bed. Put your bonnet on. Go to bed.
Okay, so y'all, with tonight's topic, also, I want to bring in one that's inclusive with it. So, there are all of the people that say if you don't have kids, you don't have the right. If you haven't like birthed kids, you don't have the right to say anything about parenting. Now, mind you, I have not birthed any, but I've raised three. So, look, how do people feel about being inclusive with me being inclusive in that conversation?
Well, I can tell you this much as far as I'm concerned. You can sit in on the conversation about parenting because I do believe you have parents, don't you?
I have two of them. I say
All
two to
right.
three though.
So even if you didn't have a perspective to give from a natural or uh biological, I think is the word I'm looking for, parenting standpoint, we are going to touch on the bonus parent standpoint because I don't like that word step parent because steps is used to step on and shit. I just don't jive for me. So I always said bonus parent. So you get an extra parent out the deal since the original pair didn't pan out like planned. Um, and so, yeah, I don't have no issue with you saying that, but I will add to that this piece, right? When you're talking about parenting and raising someone, Me personally, I don't feel like you can say you raised someone unless you've taken them to the cradle, from the cradle until a full adulthood. Um, you can say you contributed to the upbringing, or you can say you meant, like you inspired, or you were a mother figure, or things of that nature. But to say you raised somebody, if it was only for like a span of 4 or 5 years or something, I'd be like, child, that child ain't finished being raised. And that's not a personal at you, that's just me in general. The second thing, what I say about people, when it comes to parenting, like if you're talking step parent or bonus parent, or anything other than biological parent, unless you were hungry so that that child could eat on a night, I don't even consider you, you know what I'm saying, part of the parenting partnership. You feel me? Because to me, parenting is like, this kid was hungry. We had XYZ to eat. And although I was still hungry, when they talking about they want some more, I still slid that plate like, oh, hey, like my stomach wasn't growling. If you ain't never did that before, I don't even feel like you should be trying to discipline a child or say anything to that child if you're not that child's,
Father,
person for that.
So with these
How about
kids,
you,
I
sir?
actually raised them. Taylor, when I met them, Taylor was 2, Christopher was 6. They are now 16 and 20, and I still very much provide
That's what's up.
financially and emotionally, talking to them and whatnot every day
That's what's up. And that's
to
how it
those
should be,
kids. That's,
especially if you was in there. Like, you know what I'm saying?
and
Playing that
we have
role
been her
even if you
mom.
break up.
Yeah, right. We're not even together. We haven't been together for like 5 or 6 years or whatever. That was the
Mm.
story time me and Simba had that night.
Yeah.
But yeah, very much so not together. But I broke up with the parent, not the child or the
Right. And
children.
that's how it should be. Somebody, you can't turn your phone sideways. Da 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 da.
you said the comments too much.
Huh?
You said the comments.
There we go. You gotta remind me, my ass don't be seeing stuff. I don't be seeing, hey, learning to love myself. And my blind tail. Um, that's a really nice name, though. I'm gonna say that. Learning to love myself. Cause let me tell you, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else really and truly. And that chimes in also with the parenting thing, because a lot of parents are out here trying to show love to little people that they don't even have for themselves. You feel what I'm saying? So it was it was striking me as a good name.
Is
And
my
you
background too
absolutely
loud,
right.
y'all?
He said nobody else will. And that's the
It
truth.
is.
What happened?
I was asking if my background was too loud. I'm in this restaurant, but I'm in this room, but I know my background was too loud.
You chewing louder than the people in the back.
Let
Y'all
me go
know
ahead
it's
and
chilling
mute
on
this
Joe
thing.
side. Wait.
I was gonna mute it if it was like too loud. My background.
It ain't too bad. You can mute it, but it's not, too bad for me. I don't know what it sounds like to the people out there um that's listening. But while we talking about the people that's out here listening, share this live stream with about 10 people, y'all. Like, let's get this shit together. Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? We're having a really good conversation. All right. Thank you so much for stopping through. Hello. Happy Friday to y'all, and you have a safe weekend too. You have a super safe weekend too. Don't hurt nobody. Keep your tongue in your mouth. I be always cracking like, it don't matter who I go past on Instagram. They got, or social
Hmm.
media. If they got their tongue sticking out their mouth, I'll be like, put that shit back in your mouth. But I stay doing that shit. I'm gonna need Simba to fix her face.
Simba will be okay. So back to this topic, parenting. What do y'all think are the do's and don'ts of parenting, or like, how do y'all feel when someone else tells you how
And
to or not to parent your kid?
I think at the end of the day,
Huh?
I think at the end of the day, when you have gotten with somebody, when you have a kid, I feel like if it doesn't work out with the grown people, that you shouldn't just say fuck the kid. That ain't what you do. But you know, everybody have their own rules, and I don't know. I think that puts a lot of hurt and pain on the kid. So this goes for the single parents that don't have like um babysitters or shit like that. Like, what are you supposed to do? Are you just supposed to just sit the fuck down and say fuck it all and be a mom? Or what do you try to do to try to make yourself happy and make your kid happy?
You have to prioritize, sis. That's what I've learned. You have to prioritize. Like I could tell you what I used to do, and it worked for me. Like my kids don't know I had as many boyfriends as I had. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a rule. Don't show up at my house before 9 o'clock. Because my kids had like a strict 8:30, 9 o'clock bedtime. And I swear to gosh, if you stick your head out that door, it's gonna meet a guillotine. It's gonna be chopped off. And I really had my kids thinking I would chop their head off if they stick their head out the door. And if you was an overnight type friend,
Cause see,
right,
I'm gonna tell you
you had to
what
be going by
I'm going
7.
through. What I'm going through as one kid. My daughter, she's going through a thing where she's being affected by.
Thank you.
Be real, be
Being
transparent, because
affected
through you
by
gonna have revelation through it.
different situations that I'm going through. So when you watch your kid go through these things, it makes you feel like you just want to chill. You don't want to. You just want to make it just about that kid, even though it's already about the kid. Like no guarantee, it's strictly about that kid. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, damn, where can I find me some happiness at? Where can I be happy at? Although I'm happy about being a mom. I always wanted to be a mom. Now I never thought it would be this difficult. I never thought that, we would go through the trenches. But I can't even say we went through the trenches because mommy always come swoop in and save the day. So I think what our thing is just the different emotions that my daughter has to take on because she do see different people. And I'm not even gonna say people. It's not like I got a whole list of motherfuckers because I don't let a lot of people around her. But the ones that are around her, you know, she seen the negative shit. So now it's starting to come out in her behavior because now she feels like she has to protect mommy. And that's not a good feeling when your kids feel like they gotta protect you and really you're the protector. So
Okay. Um, I'm sorry. I'm
it's like,
catching something.
what do you do at that point? When you get to a point with your kid, like she flat out tells you, like, mommy, I'm scared. I just want to protect you. But but she also started that fence because at the end of the day, Chrissy was very nosy. So it's like I'm juggling all of this. I'm juggling the emotions. I'm juggling the kid. I'm juggling the whole coming out of an 11-year relationship. It's a lot. So it's like I feel like should I just shut down and just focus on my kid? But I'm not I'm not gonna say I don't focus on her, but if it just strictly just focus on her and other stuff,
I feel
if
you.
I'm making sense.
Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. It makes
So the
sense.
only thing that I can come up with is like,
Girl,
damn,
that look wasn't for y'all. I'm no. That look wasn't for y'all. I'm sorry. That was a text message I was reading. My nephew girlfriend asking for money. I'm sorry. I I want to say I'm gonna close this door, but I was about to stop you first, a minute ago because I don't like to see nobody cry. And see, for you to choke up says a lot. Like it really does because you don't do that. Um, the emotions with the ocean. You have been doing an immaculate job with your daughter. She's happy. She's healthy. She's well fed. I want to, start off with that first and foremost for you to not feel that way because there's a lack of the other parent. I want you to know that you're doing an immaculate job with her. You really are. So do not be emotional about that because you're doing absolutely amazing. You really are. She wants for nothing. So don't feel bad about that because you're an amazing parent. And never forget that. And I guarantee you that she will say the same thing. Despite of, she will say the same thing. I get that. And this is coming from a person I told you, when I met Taylor and Chris, okay, I still, me and Latrice ain't been together, I still provide for them. You feel me? I still love them. I still do for them. We still communicate very much. Latrice pick me up from work, pick me up and take me to work every other day. Like, it's it's okay. You can have a good relationship and the parenting thing. And I'm not a parent, I'm a co-parent, but it happens. It's still okay, and everything still like flows. It's and that's just been me. And I've had people, multiple people, my family, her family, telling me, "Oh, them not your kids. Them not your kids. Why you doing it? Them ain't your kids. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be my kid. I raised them." So it's like, do you tell that to a kid that was adopted? That's not
Right.
your kid. So it's like it's the same thing. Like we rock. We do what we do, and we take care of these kids to the best of our knowledge because that's all we have to offer is to take care of them to the best of our knowledge. We try old school parenting. We try gentle parenting. But either way it goes, we do what we do to the best of our knowledge. And I feel like that's what matters is the fact that we try our hardest. Because there are people like me when my dad had money, my mama didn't have money. I didn't know what my brother was doing in the front yard month after month. Now I know what he was doing was turning the water back on. I didn't know that's what he was doing. But my daddy had the money, and my mama didn't. You feel me? We never felt love, less loved, or anything else. But everything showed up. I didn't realize we was poor until I was in damn middle school. The mama sent me to school with the white folks, and I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like that's how we should provide for these children and make them feel like they're in a safe place. Okay, I was in middle school before I knew we was poor. And it's okay to be such, don't get me wrong, but I mean, it's not okay to be poor, but it's like, don't feel bad about it. And a
Yeah.
lot of us went through that. Parenting is a roller coaster. You have your ups, you have your downs. And then you have that little roundabout spin. Well, don't nobody know where it's going to go to or how it's going to happen. But you always end up okay.
Yeah. And I think, well, you know, it's like every day I am a walking ball of emotion. And it's like trying to juggle that word, kid, dog. It's like, God damn, I just give me 5 minutes. But, I get the job done. I don't complain about it. But it just, sometimes that shit get overwhelming. It makes you sometimes want to just say, fuck it. But I can't afford to say fuck it.
Say fuck it towards what?
So I just keep going and keep striving for better and just, trying to keep my head above water.
Let me ask you this simple. What is better that you striving for? Because you gotta be specific when you manifesting the life that you want to live. Put a name on it, put an address on it, put some specific details to what it
You
is.
break up,
The
BJ.
universe just gonna throw anything at you, sis.
You breaking up.
I am.
She said, what do you want to be specific? Put a name and an address to it. Like, what is it that you want?
Well, for one, I always wanted to help. So that was the whole point of me from to start this podcast because I know I'm not the only female that's in the world that has the world of the weight of the world on his shoulders.
No, you're
I know
not.
I'm not the only person who's a single parent and trying to make shit work. No, I'm not. So I feel like God put me here to help people
Yep.
because anybody that I have been with, I help them.
So let me ask you this,
So
Simba.
like,
Can you hear me at all? Or am I still breaking up for you?
you sound like a robot.
What the hell wrong? But
I
can
can
you
hear
hear
that
me?
clearly.
That's your phone there.
My phone?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
could be yourself, but you can hear me clearly.
I can hear that clearly.
You
Say something.
I'm saying something now. Can you hear me?
Yeah, 'cause see, you frozen on here.
You probably
They
have
the
too
only
many
one that
different things going
you
on.
do.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
the only one that stay frozen is K.
I don't know why everybody is coming up clear, and I'm hearing everybody clear on here. But you got to be intentional about what it is that you asking for. And one of the things that I've learned, if I may just impart a little bit of the wisdom that I've gathered on my journey, is that you can't give the help or the love to somebody else that you haven't first given yourself. You can't bend
Amen.
over backwards to prove yourself to nobody, and you ain't yet bent over backwards to prove to yourself. You understand? So from that standpoint, from that standpoint, I encourage you to be more specific and to be more intentional about showing yourself that same love that you're so eager to give out to somebody else. You understand? Then, like, and I'm just really trying to help you how I help myself because I was a single mother for longer than I've been a partner. Okay, and it wasn't until I made some specific shifts in my mindset that I was able to even be a parenting partner. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was well into my marriage. I can't even say like the first part of my marriage, I still acted and carried out like I was a single parent because that's what I was used to doing for 16 years. You understand what I'm saying? So it was a transition piece for me to be able to yield some of the responsibility or some of the whatever it is over authority or whatever you want to call it over to my husband, and we exist in a shared space right now. But I want to reach back to what you initially started out saying. What are you supposed to do in the case where you're trying to, create a space for intimacy and adult relationship separate and apart from the relationship that you have with your child who's not from, whoever you may be dating if you don't have no babysitter, right? You just have to
Mm-hmm.
be number one, there's a whole lot of sacrificing that goes on. But number two, there's a whole lot of boundaries that have to be set. You understand what I'm saying? Now, I jokingly be on here talking about some fuck them kids. I am the least fuck them kids person out here. Them kids is my first top priority protecting them. Not to say that anybody else isn't, but them kids is my top
Hmm.
priority. But I'll be the first one to be like, fuck them kids. You understand?
Yeah.
And I'm looking at things like, okay, it's 10 o'clock at night, right? This should be your time. Set a boundary. You're an adult. Parenting, then versus now, we had a motherfucking bedtime. Okay? That go for now, my kids, you might not have to close your eyes and go to sleep, but you're going in that room and you better not come out.
Yeah.
That's how
Yeah.
they did us. And that wasn't child abuse. It taught us boundaries. It taught us to stay out of grown folks' business. You understand what I'm saying? It's not to say that our parents wasn't having baby mama and baby daddy drama and boyfriend and girlfriend drama, but they put us in our place so that we wasn't negatively affected by some of the visuals that we would see. Now, fuck what you heard. If you ain't see it, you can't prove it. It could have been the TV. And I done had a motherfucker tell me, no, that was the TV. Nigga, damn, if that didn't sound like your voice, you feel me? That sounded like y'all. But what they can't see, they can't prove. So when you're thinking about how do you separate the two or how do you exist in both realms, you have to separate the two. You can't mix business with pleasure. And unfortunately, parenting is your business. You know what I'm saying? Having you a boo thing or an intimate partner or a life partner, that's your pleasure. And you have to separate the two because Chrissy gonna be around. you know what I'm saying, and needs you to pour into her longer than anything that's already should be poured into. You feel me? And the time you taking away from Chrissy to pour into somebody else trying to get intimacy, it's gonna leave her in deficit. Then she gonna grow up to be a half cock adult because you didn't take that time to pour into her. You feel what I'm saying? So you have to create that boundary. This is Chrissy time, and then this is mommy time. And even if it's only a little bit of mommy time, that's what we signed up for. You feel me? That's what we
Yeah.
signed up for. So it's not to say you doing nothing wrong. You just need to tweak it a little bit. One of the things, don't let your house be the hotel. If you not married, engaged, or you know what I'm saying, y'all picking out places for a wedding or whatever the case may be, or y'all picking out properties to purchase together, so that y'all can live y'all lifelong journey, there's no reason for you to make my house to hang out. If you want me, and that's whether you dating a male, dating female, female dating female, male dating male. If you want me, prepare a place to have me. I wouldn't give a damn. I could have two, three, four houses. If you want me, my standard is prepare a place to have me. And once you set that standard, you'll see what happens. People that ain't worthy will fall by the wayside, and those that will rise to the occasion will stand up and deliver. And that's when you're gonna start experiencing some of that what you want. Because right now you might, or like currently, you might only be getting one piece of what you're looking for, which might be the companionship. But based on the standards and the boundaries that you might set, you're not getting all the other boxes checked, and so you're still feeling in deficit, but you got a placeholder, so there ain't even no room for for what you truly want to come in. And then since you're not putting your foot down and standing on business, they giving what you allow them to give. Right now you sitting up there crying because what you allow is now you gonna have to live with Chrissy, whether they stay or whether they go. So make the priority be, you understand what I'm saying? What's influencing Chrissy? What's molding Chrissy? Because them other people's already raised and grown. You can't do nothing to change or prove, or you know what I'm saying? None of that. And that's for anybody specifically. I ain't speaking about nobody specifically. I'm speaking high, highly in general. That's overall. That go for Kay. That go for me. Okay. But the answer to that question, how do you have both? You have to create a line of demarcation. You have to create a separation. You understand what I'm saying? Set some standards to say, okay, if I'm dating somebody, can I go to their house? There's times when Christy is not with you. Let that be enough until you can make time for more. You understand? That's it. That's it. You create opportunities for your daughter to grow and thrive. She might have, it's so many different things. Find a little program at the Y or something like that where she there for two or
Yep.
3 hours. Nigga, if 2 or 3 hours ain't enough. You feel me? What more do you want? So that's what I add to that, and like on the parenting thing. It's what we signed up for. And then you ever heard back in the days, you remember, this is part of the then versus now. You remember back in the days our parents used to say this, you make your bed, you're gonna have to lay in it.
Mm-hmm. That and the other
We
one,
made our
kids,
beds, we gotta
and
lay in
then
it.
now, the other one is kids are to be seen and not heard.
Well, yeah, to an
I heard
extent,
that one a lot.
especially if they trying to repeat grown folk business. They damn sure need to be not heard. Now, if they're expressing their feelings, there's modifications and there's morphs to the idea that you understand once you become, you know what I'm saying, cognizant of it. But the seen and not heard thing, it wasn't so much that you wasn't supposed to have no emotions and you wasn't supposed to express if somebody was hurting you or whatever. It was,
I talk too
it's a
much.
time
That's
for
what it was.
everything. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm not saying you were saying that. I'm saying
No,
some
no, but
things.
that's what it was. That's what mom used to tell me. Kids are to be seen and not heard because I talk too much. I used to repeat stuff.
Exactly. And that's where that came from. It didn't come from them not wanting to hear you out as a person or as an individual. It came from you running your mouth about things that don't need to be ran. Now, if Uncle Petey's touching you, run your mouth about that. But what
Exactly.
voice I use
Exactly.
when I'm on the phone, or when I'm on the phone, you want to tell my little
Right.
diabolical friends that I'm addicted to soda and I keep drinking my see because my little boy do that shit. And every time I be wanting to go to the 1900s and slap him back into, I be like, who asked you about my doggone soda over here? Cause he had like, cause they seeing everything, and that's why we got to be intentional about our actions when we trying to, live out these things. Trust me, I get it. Like, don't nobody want to just be alone, or you know what I'm saying? They want to share this life with somebody and make these memories and things like that. But until you put yourself and become the woman that you're destined to be, you won't attract the energy that's made for that woman. You know what I'm saying? You got to bring her to fruition first. Then look for somebody to match that energy, because if not, you're going to get match the same energy that you're giving out now. And if you're broken now, you're going to get broken people. If you're up, you're going to get up people. If you know what I'm saying, whatever stage of life or emotion you're in, you're going to get what you market yourself for. You get what I'm saying? And when you move beyond that point and that person is still stuck at that point, then it's going to disturb you, right? Because you had no business picking while she was in that state in the first place.
Yeah.
Because then you get stuck with something that you don't want that was only temporary for you, but it might be permanent for that other people. Some people going to be drunks till the day they die. And I just say the word drunk just for calling sake. Some people going to be assholes till the day that they die. Some people are good people, but they go through an asshole phase because they might have been rubbed the wrong way or had to experience something, but they're gonna go back to being their genuinely good self. But some people gonna be assholes their whole life. Now you, whilst you in your asshole phase, gonna go try to lock in a type of permanent way and get stuck with a person that's gonna be an asshole their whole fucking life. Now you evolve from whatever state of depression or revelation or change in your life that you were going through, leveling up, because you got to hit bottom before you go up, right? Now you stuck with this person that is destined to be the same person you tried to elevate from. Don't abuse yourself like that. You feel what I'm saying? Keep your calendar clear. Work on you and your baby. Let y'all home be y'all sanctuary. Don't nobody had to come in there but the roaches and the rats that's living there and the termites in the wall that's living there now, and nobody else. You and them. You want to party? Come on, where we partying at? Let's go to your
Yeah.
house. That
We
type
ain't
of,
gonna have all the members.
huh? No, I'm not saying that you do have those. I was just being exaggerating as far as who should be allowed in there. Only things should be allowed in there is whatever's living in there now in the walls and shit like that. You don't need no extra guests. You feel me? That come because you know
Yeah.
what? Sometimes people have a tendency to sneak move in. Not even sneak. You ever meet somebody? You don't smoke, Kay. Do you smoke? I can't even remember if Kay smoke or not. Do you smoke? I can't
Yes.
remember if I ever see her with smoking apparatus. But anyway, you ever know them kind of people who be like, I don't smoke packs of cigarettes. I don't buy packs of cigarettes, but every time they come around, they smoking your cigarettes. And eventually they gonna smoke a pack of cigarettes. So I be like, nah, nigga, you smoke packs of cigarettes. You just don't like to buy them. You feel me? But you can't let people say, "Oh, I want to hang, I want to be with you," but the only time we gonna be together is in something I provide or on my dime, or you know what I'm saying. You have to
Well, you
set a
know what?
standard. You say, "Okay, you provide a place for me." Now, I don't know how it worked in the girl world, right?
Okay, but
Is
see,
that something that y'all? Do you feel like that's something that you could stand on in that realm? I'm
well,
just asking.
wait, because I have, you said a whole lot. I will say that. And then me being the person on the other side. Do y'all sound muffled or can y'all hear me okay?
I can hear you.
Slightly muffled, but I can hear you.
I think it's the headset because I'm getting kickback and it sounds muffled. Is that better?
You sound good.
Well, me being that person that's on the other side, I'm not biological to those kids that I raised, but I get all of that kickback. Oh, them not your kids. They don't care about you. Why you do this? Why you do this? I do it because it's what I wanted to do. It's on my heart. And then when you're raising kids that are not yours, again, you deal with a whole lot, but you still do what you do. And then there's the when you want advice, like when what's going on with the kids, they be like, "Why you want advice? Them ain't your kids." But it's still heavy. I'm not gonna say it's heavier than the parent, but it's also still heavy because you're the one that's on the outside. You're not biological, but you raised them, and then you still have to go through everything, all of those emotions as well, for someone to discount you. And it's like, why do you discount me when I've been here this entire time?
Because at the
Like,
end
and
of the day,
I've even
right
gone
now,
through,
that's what they thinking. And I've been in that position too. I'm a step parent. I don't like to call. I'm a bonus parent as well. And early
exactly, I
on
don't
in
like
my
to say that
relationship,
word.
I've had people tell me you're just a stepmother. What you saying something about when children's life and safety and purity was at hand. You understand what I'm saying? And I've had defects look me in my face and say, you're just a step parent. Why do you have something to say about it? What the fuck do you mean? Because I'm the one that they came to. And obviously, if they
Exactly.
felt like they could go somewhere else, they would have went somewhere else. I must be more than just that bonus parent to um have
Yep.
that trust. But I've been there and I've done that. And at the end of the day, like you said, they always bring that that's not your baby anyway, or whatever the case may be.
But
Let me
see,
tell you, I'm raising my husband's daughter. I slap my husband through a wall if he ever come through here tell my son that's not my baby.
now look, I have gotten into it with baby mama's mom about that. Like, oh, them not your kids. Why you worried about it? First of all, when you were in Cali, I was the one that was here. And nobody
Oh,
else
that's
was
her
here.
mom. That's
Oh,
her mom. That's not her baby.
it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter because that mom was not the one that was trying to provide help. That
No,
mom
I
was not
get
the
that.
one that was trying to be understanding as well. She
I
was
get
not
that.
trying to be anything. So do not discount what I did and how I was there in the capacity that I was there. You feel
But you
me?
wasn't with her mom, so her mom ain't gonna be all like frilly under the covers because you know what I'm saying of the things that you
Girl,
did.
no, 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 no. That's not the type of people. It's just that I'm right, and that's the end of it. That's the type of
We'll
people
take
that
it
they
down
are.
until her camera come back up.
She'll come back. But no, they're just that if I'm right type of people. No, that's not how things work in life. I mean, we're not those kids anymore to listen to a parent say what I say is what goes. You feel me? It's like I didn't want I came in that at 18 and I'm 32 now with the intention that I would not raise them the way I was raised. No yelling, no fussing, no cussing. What I say goes and I don't care why, you know, I integrated that gentle parenting into them, for them to be able to express themselves and say what they wanted to say without being yelled at or being fussed at or being criticized for what they said, for being criticized for what they wanted to wear, or because that's all of what they would do. Like I'm not going to do that to them. Be expressive of yourself, and I'm going to be perfectly fine with that. Let these kids say what they want to say. And I am definitely a person that wants to integrate, gentle parenting. Because we see
Look,
with Taylor and
this is
Christopher, I never wait, but we see with Taylor and Christopher, I never had to whoop them. It was like one time Christopher had a whooping. It was like three times I had to whoop Taylor. But it's like I'm not gonna whoop you. I'm just gonna take everything. And then I was like, I saw something on Instagram. It was like, don't take their tablet, take the charger and let them slowly watch it die. That was my parenting with them. So it's like I don't have to whoop them. Like I'm gonna fuss at you, yeah. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong. Nah, when I gotta whoop you, I'm gonna whoop you. But I never had to whoop them. Like literally, Taylor, Christopher had two whoopings in his life, and Taylor, I don't
did
know.
their
Sometimes
mama
she
have to
moves with
whoop them?
her ass. No, but no, she didn't. I was the one that did such. I was the one that had to do it. Oh no, I'm good. You closing?
That was a question.
Okay. But no, I never had to actually whoop them. Um, let's see, Taylor, her mouth would get mouthy sometimes.
So
And that was the only thing is that because she got her mouth from me. Because she grew up with me. So everything I said, she said. So I couldn't really be mad at it. I had to just guide her and not whoop her. But then there were some times where I just had to whoop that ass. But it was only, I can count on one hand how many times she had a whooping. But we did the gentle parenting, and it actually worked out. They're good. Taylor still very much so has her attitude because I instilled that. It's not an attitude. She just bougie. She want what she want when she want it. And she's 16. Ain't no changing that one. But I did instill that. But the thing about it is, they came from a father that didn't want to be included, you know, and I tried to put that, the gentle into them because they came from a father that didn't give a shit. That's why I instilled that. And I got tired of mama yelling at me. So I kind of like, put that into them and they turned out okay. Like Christopher, grown man, holding his own at 20 years old,
that is
been
not a
working his
grown
job.
man. Chris,
But
that
he's,
is not no
but
grown man.
I know he's still a kid. I still feel like he's still a kid. But he is on his grown man business. He's been on his job for 6 years and he's 20. So and he does not ask me for a dime. He'll ask his mama for a dime. He's actually doing his thing. You feel me? Like I pay for whatever extracurriculars that he might need, that I think he might need, because he paid for his own stuff. But see, there's Taylor, but she's 16. So, of course I'm gonna do everything for my baby. And then when she get beside herself, I'm gonna say, "Who you talking to? Mind your manners." And then some of the times I was like, "Damn, I should have whooped your ass," but that shit been failed.
I
But it's
still
like,
want to turn back the hands of time. Look, some days I be looking for an abortion doctor for my oldest set. I I wonder if I could get a boyfriend at 20. How old? How many weeks is 23 years?
because they
For
make
them
you feel
kids'
like this.
days, they be really, really giving me the business. But
Look, put it like that. Look, I think my mama want to ask that for my sister. How do you do that for a 41-year old?
listen, when you talking about parenting, we have to just separate the two. Okay? Separate the two. Once we make this decision to procreate, our life is no longer our own, and we have to sacrifice the things we want sometimes for the things that we need and for the things that our kids need. And that is the easiest. way to do it. Just to answer and reiterate, because we almost running out of time. We got about 5 minutes, y'all, to reiterate and to bring some closure and answer to your question. How do you get that, Simba? That's the way you get it. It's gonna feel different in the beginning when you start implementing these rules, but those that matter don't mind, and those that mind don't matter. If you getting you and your shit and order your house in order, do what the fuck you gotta do. And you know what I'm saying? Establish the house that you want to live in. Don't just settle for the house that you have. You get me? Start walking in the direction, and that is what it means. Look, Mama popping in late. Hey, Mama Dukes, how you
What's
doing?
going on, Mama?
That's
Uh,
that's really
but you
the
know
way
what?
that you have
I
to do
don't
that.
think I don't think there is a right unless you abusing your kid. I don't think there is a right or wrong answer to how to parent your child and what you should do.
Well,
Times
I'm
are
not saying,
changing, and I'm just no, I'm just saying, as long as you're not abusing the kid
yeah,
mentally, physically, there's not a right or wrong in how you raise your child.
right,
You know,
absolutely. It's what works for you, and the color purple ain't that much to write home about. We talked about that weeks ago. You couple shows back. I think that was one of the nights you didn't come visit us, um, mom dudes. But yeah, definitely. That's for Simba, and that's for anybody out in the audience that's catching this on the replay. Simba posed the question earlier: when you're a single parent, how do you carve out that me time and that space to build relationships and parent at the same time? And my answer to that was create boundaries, and let's do it old school. Our topic tonight was parenting then versus now. And I would say they did it better back then when they put children in their place. Give our kids a bedtime. And listen, I say hour, because my child ain't got no goddamn bedtime neither. I ain't pointing no fingers and I'm not judging. We need to stand on business and we need to
okay,
start implementing some of the things that
let me
worked back in the days. Okay.
look. Let
Um,
me no, wait, wait,
you
wait,
haven't
wait.
waited till the camera.
Let
Yeah,
me
it wasn't nothing to
respond.
write home about, mama.
No, let me respond to our chat. So I
Do you
didn't
have
think
to?
I would. No, at the moment I'm gonna make this short and sweet in a couple of seconds. I didn't think I was replaceable as well, but you know, people grow, people elevate, and people grow apart, and that's okay in life. It's okay to grow apart from the person you've been with. I raised that girl kids, and I was with her for 10 years, and we grew apart, and it's okay because my ex is with my ex. It's fine, you know. That like, look, we did a story time on that one right there. You can go back off Simple Facebook and see that story time how my ex is with my ex. But like that's fine and it's okay. It's cool, you know. But I am still very much a present parent. You feel me? Now my kids are older, 16 and 20. I still very much do for them and provide for them. They'll call when they want to call. You know, we still keep our traditions for New Year's, Christmas, and Thanksgiving. Them kids belong to me. So on those holidays, and if it's not, if they don't want to, that's fine. Taylor 16, she got a boyfriend. She want to be with a boyfriend. Christopher 20, he grown, whatever. But you know, let them do what they want to do. Them kids are gonna always come back around to who was ever in their life and who gave them that milestone, this, and this. Them kids don't forget. They'll always remember. As long as you were not abusive to them, they'll always have those happy memories and be around. And again, you taking it from a person. Again, my ex and my ex, and I ain't with her no more. But them kids is what keeps us around. And after the bullshit ended between us, me and Latrice are friends now. It took a couple of years, but now we're friends. She just told me yesterday how much she appreciates me and my friendship. After the bullshit ended, it took years, but it literally was only because of the children and raising them and having that communal. She had me blocked from them kids' phone for a year. until I was talking to her and she felt like it was comfortable to unblock me. You feel me? And it is what it is. Like I can't dictate what she got going on and none of that. But it all worked out for the better. It's meant to be, it's gonna come around. That's it. That's all. I mean, you can't dictate what the original parent has to say and how they feel. You just have to respect it, which I had to do as well. So
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, speaking of respecting it, we gotta respect the time, and it's out. We out of time, y'all. We out of time. It's BJ Baby, the Pajama Pro. You can catch me on PajamaPRO.com and on social media. I am BJ Baby. That's BEYBEE Baby. All right. Tell me where to find you, Kay. I'm out.
hey, I'm Kalisha James on Facebook. K underscore J on K underscore J02 on Instagram. Simba, are we doing an after party on Facebook?
We can, I don't care. We
It's
can.
up to you, honey.
We'll get on there.
All right, well, hey, it is to be continued by the Miss Simba Lioness. Please be sure to follow her on all platforms. Bless that cash app for her as well, so we can keep this thing going. Any donations and contributions are always welcome and blessed. Again, the Miss Simba Lioness. Y'all be sure to keep on coming back to be continued. Until next week, we love y'all.
Peace out. Mm, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all the above. Come holler at me. Peace, y'all.